Welcome everybody once again. In the previous class, we saw about rectangular notches, triangular notches, trapezoidal notches, and stepped notches. And today we are going to see the effect on discharge over a notch or weir due to error in the measurement of head. So we know the discharge of a notch or weir depends on the head of the notch or weir. So now we are going to see how this difference in head, when there is an error in head, how does it affect the discharge? So we are going to see the effect of discharge over a notch or weir due to error in measurement of the head for two cases. First case is for rectangular weir or notch, and the second case for triangular weir or notch. So first case is for rectangular weir or notch. So we know for an accurate value of the discharge over a weir or notch, an accurate measurement of head over the weir or notch is very essential. So, okay, so if we need an accurate Q, accurate discharge, we need to measure accurate head H. So this can be a rectangular notch or a triangular notch. When we take a triangular notch, the discharge varies with h to the power of 5 by 2. And in the case of rectangular notch, it varies the head raised to 3 by 2. So any difference in head, any error in head will affect the measurement of discharge. So a small error in the measurement of head will affect the discharge considerably. Okay, so we will consider the first case. First case is for rectangular weir or notch. So for a rectangular weir or notch, we know the discharge for a rectangular weir or notch is Q is equal to 2 by 3 CD. Q is discharge, okay? Is equal to 2 by 3 CD L into root of 2G into H raised to 3 by 2. Where Q is the discharge, CD is the coefficient of discharge, L is the length of the weir or notch, G is acceleration due to gravity, and H is the head of water over the weir or notch. So now, see, we will take these, we will write this discharge is equal to, see, this Q is equal to K into H raised to 3 by 2. So what is K? So from this we can observe that this K is equal to 2 by 3 CD L into root of 2G. So that our discharge becomes K into H raised to 3 by 2. Now we can differentiate this. Differentiating this equation, we will take this as equation number 1. So differentiating equation 1 we get, differentiating the discharge we get, dq is equal to, k is constant, so k into, differentiating the head we get 3 by 2 into h raised to 3 by 2 minus 1, so it is 1 by 2 into dh. Now we will take this as equation number 2. Now we will divide 2 by 1. We get k into 3 by 2 h raised to 1 by 2 into dh. Sorry. Okay. Divided by k into h raised to 3 by 2 is equal to, equation 2 is dq, equation 1 is q. So you can cancel this k, you can cancel k. So what we get is dq by q is equal to 3 by 2 h raised to 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2. into DH. So what we get is dq by q is equal to 3 by 2 dH by H. So this is very important. Okay, dq by q is equal to 3 by 2 dH by H. So you can write this as dq by q is equal to 1.5 dH by H. So what does it mean? An error of 1% in the measuring head. See, when there is 1% error in the measuring head H, it will produce an error of 1.5% in the discharge over the rectangular weir or notch. Okay, so we can conclude that 1% error 1% error in H, that means in the head, will produce 1.5% error in discharge over a rectangular weir or notch. Okay. So when there is 1% error in H, it will produce 1.5% error in the discharge. We will move on to the second case. Second case is for triangular weir or notch. So similarly, we know the discharge for a triangular weir or notch is obtained by 8 by 15 CD into tan theta by 2 into square root of 2g into h raised to 5 by 2. So discharge varies with the h to the power of 5 by 2. So we can write this as k into h raised to 5 by 2. So we will take this as equation number 1. Now, so k is, see, so where k is equal to 8 by 15 CD tan theta by 2 into root of 2g. Now we can differentiate this equation 1. We get dq is equal to k into 5 by 2 h raised to 5 by 2 minus 1. So we get 3 by 2 into dh. So from which, okay, so we will take this as equation number 2. So equation number 2 divided by 1, we get dq by q is equal to k into 5 by 2 h raised to 3 by 2 into dh divided by k into h raised to 5 by 2. So from which we get dq by q is equal to 5 by 2 dh by h. So in other words, dq by q is equal to 2.5 dh by h. So which means for a triangular notch or weir, when there is 1% error in the measuring head, it will produce 2.5% error in the discharge. So we can conclude that 1% error in measuring H, when we measure the discharge, when we measure the head, if we are measuring 1% error, it will produce, okay, this will produce 2.5% error in discharge over a triangular weir or notch. Okay, now we will see what is the time required to empty a reservoir over a tank, or a tank with a rectangular weir or notch. We are not going into the derivation. We will see just the formula. Okay. Now, I will give just the formula alone. What is the formula for finding the time required to empty a reservoir or a tank with a rectangular weir or notch? So the formula is the time required T is equal to 3A by CD L into root of 2G into 1 by 1 by root H2 minus 1 by root H1. Okay, where A is the cross-sectional area. A is the cross-sectional area of reservoir or tank. CD we know as usual, CD is the coefficient of discharge. L is the length of crest. So what is crest? We have already seen in the previous classes. So length of crest of the weir or notch. G is acceleration due to gravity. Now what is H1 and H2? T is the time required to empty the reservoir. H1 is the initial height of liquid above the crest or crest of notch. So initial head, that is H1. So initial head is nothing but initial height of liquid above the crest of notch. And H2 is equal to the final height of liquid above the crest of notch. So this formula is very important for doing the problems. Okay, so it depends on the cross-section area of the tank, the length of the crest of weir, the initial head and the final head. If the final head H2 is equal to 0, that is completely empty the tank. In order to completely empty the tank, your H2 becomes 0. Okay, if H2 is equal to 0, you will get 3A by CdL into root of 2G into minus 1 by root H1. Now, see, this is for the case of a rectangular weir or notch. Now, second, time required to empty a reservoir or a tank with a triangular weir or notch. If it is a triangular weir or notch, your time required to empty the tank will be equal to 5A divided by 4 CD tan theta by 2 into root of 2G into 1 by H2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 by H1 raised to 3 by 2. Okay. So A, C, D, theta, H1 and H2 are the same as that of the rectangular notch or weir. So H1 is the initial height of liquid above the apex of the notch. H2 is the final head of liquid above the apex of the notch. T is the time required in seconds to lower the height from H1 to H2. Theta is the angle of the notch. CD is the coefficient of discharge and A is the cross-sectional area of the reservoir or the tank. That is the triangular cross-sectional area. Now, we will move on to our problems. Okay. So, the first problem is a rectangular notch 40 centimeter long is used for measuring a discharge of 30 liters per second. An error of 1.5 mm was made while measuring the head over the notch. Calculate the percentage error in discharge. Take CD is equal to 0.60. So it is given as a rectangular notch, right? So we know a rectangular notch will be like this. So water will be flowing over the notch. So this is called head H. Okay. Now a rectangular notch 40 centimeter long. So length is equal to, length of the notch is equal to 40 centimeter, that is equal to 0.4 meter. That is used for measuring a discharge. Q is equal to 30 liters per second. Converting it into meter cube per second, we have to divide it by divide it by 1000. So we get 0.030 meter cube per second. An error of 1.5 mm was made while measuring the head over the notch. That means your error in head DH is given as 1.5 mm. So that is equal to 1.5 divided by 1000 meter while measuring the head over the notch. Calculate the percentage error in discharge. Also CD is given as 0.60. So we know dq by q is equal to 1.5 times dh by h. Okay. Now, our aim is to find, we need to find what is dq by q. Calculate the percentage error in discharge. Okay, so we need to find what is dq by q. Now, we know error in the head dh is equal to 1.5 mm. We do not know what is h, but we know the discharge q. So, how can we find h? We know discharge q for a rectangular notch is equal to 2 by 3 CD root of 2G L into H raised to 3 by 2. So Q is given as 0.030 meter cube per second is equal to 2 by 3. CD is given as 0.60 into square root of 2 into 9.81 into length is given as 0.4 meter into h raised to 3 by 2. So, the only unknown is h. So, from which we can get h is equal to 12.16 centimeter. Now, we can find dq by q. So, dq by q is equal to 1.5 into dh is 1. So, 12.16 centimeter. Sorry. We get 0.1216 meter. So because we have converted everything to meter, we get 0.1216 meter. So dq by dq is equal to 1.5 into dh is given as 1.5 by 1000 divided by h. H is 0.1216. So from which we get dq by q is equal to 0.0185. which implies 1.85%. So in order to convert this to percentage, you divide it by 100. So you get multiply it by 100, you get 1.85%. Now, we will move on to the next problem. A right-angled V notch. Again, a triangular notch, right? But it is right-angled. A right-angled V notch is used for measuring the discharge of 30 liters per second. So, converting it into meter cube per second, it is 30 divided by 1000. So, 0.03 meter cube per second. An error of 1.5 mm was made while measuring the head over the notch. So H is equal to DH is equal to 1.5 mm. So that is equal to 1.5 divided by 1000 meter. Calculate the percentage error in the discharge. CD is given as 0.62. Now we know the discharge over a triangular notch is Q is equal to 8 by 15 CD into tan theta by 2 into root of 2G into H raised to 5 by 2. So Q is given as 0.03 meter cube per second is equal to 8 by 15 CD is 0.62 into tan theta by 2. So right angled V notch. So theta is 90 degree divided by 2 into square root of 2 into 9.81 into H raised to 5 by 2. So the only unknown is H. We get H is equal to 0.2111 meter. Now we can use the equation of error, that is dq by q for a triangular notch is equal to, because it is triangular, dq by q is equal to 2.5 or 5 by 2. Okay, 2.5 or 5 by 2 dh by h. So this is equal to 2.5 into dh is 1.5 divided by 1000 and h is 0.2111. We get 0.01776. So that is equal to 1.77 percentage. Multiply by 100, we get 1.77 percentage error in discharge. Okay. We will move on to the third problem. So third problem is the head of water over a triangular notch of angle 60 degree is 50 centimeter. The head of water. So H is given as, head is given as 50 centimeter. So that is equal to 0.5 meter. And the angle theta is given as 60 degree. It is a triangular notch. And the coefficient of discharge CD is given as 0.62. The flow measured by it is to be within an accuracy of 1.5% up or down. See, the flow measured by it, that means the discharge. Okay, the discharge measured by it is to be within an accuracy of 1.5% up or down. That means our dq by q is equal to plus or minus 1.5 percentage. That is nothing but plus or minus, divide by 100, we get 0.015. Find the limiting values of the head. You need to find the limiting values of head. Okay, that means you need to find what is H plus or minus DH. This is h is known. You need to find dh. Then you have to find what is h plus or minus dh. Okay. Now we know the discharge over a triangular notch. Q is equal to 8 by 15 CD into tan theta by 2 into root of 2g into h raised to 5 by 2. Okay, so h is known. Okay, so Q is equal to 8 by 15 into CD is 0.62 into tan theta by 2. Theta is 60 degree. 60 by 2 into root of 2 into 9.81 into h is given as 50 centimeters, so 0.5 meter. 0.5 the whole power 5 by 2. From which we get the discharge Q is equal to 0.1494 meter cube per second. Now we can apply the equation dq by q. This is a triangular notch, so dq by q is equal to 5 by 2 of dh by h. 5 by 2, or you can write 2.5 dh by h. So we know dq by q is plus or minus 1.5%. So plus or minus 0.015 is equal to 2.5 into dh by h. dh by h. We know the value for h is 0.5 meter. So from which we get the only unknown is dh. So dh is equal to plus or minus 0.015 into 0.5 divided by 2.5. So which we get dh is equal to plus or minus 0.3. So now the limiting value of head is, we need to find the limiting values of head, right? So the limiting values of head will be equal to h plus or minus dh. So we get 50 plus or minus 0.3. So that sorry, it is not 0.3, it will be, sorry, here. The 0.3 centimeter. So we get 0.003. So 50 plus or minus 0.003. Oh, again, sorry, it is not 50 centimeter, it is 0.5 meter. So 0.5 plus or minus 0.003. So what we get is 0.503 meter and 0.5 497 meter. So this is the answer. The limiting values of head. We will move on to the next problem. So the next problem is find the time required to lower the water level from 3 meter to 2 meter in a reservoir of dimension 80 meter by 80 meter by a rectangular notch of length 1.5 meter. Take CD is equal to 0.62. So here the initial level of water is 3 meter. So H1 is equal to 3 meter and the water is lowered from 3 meter to 2 meter. So H2 is equal to 2 meter in a reservoir of dimension 80 meter by 80 meter. That means it is a rectangular channel, right? So area is equal to 80 by 80 meter. So we get 6,400 meter square. And the length of the notch is given as 1.5 meter and CD is given as 0.62. We need to find the time required to lower the water level from H1 to H2. We know the formula for time required to lower the water level from H1 to H2 for a rectangular channel as T is equal to 3A by CD into L into root of 2G into 1 by root H2 minus 1 by root H1. So substituting we get 3 into 6,400 divided by CD is 0.62 into L is 1.5 into square root of 2 into 9.81 into 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 3. We get 605.04 seconds. So that will be equal to 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Okay. So divide it by 60. You get 10 minutes, 5 seconds. We will move on to the next problem. So find the time required to lower a water level from 3 meter to 2 meter in a reservoir of dimension 80 meter by 80 meter by a right angled V notch of length 1.5 meter. Take CD is equal to 0.62. So we know, it is given H1 is equal to 3 meter, H2 is equal to 2 meter, area, the tank is a rectangular tank, the notch is V notch. So area of the tank is 80 cross 80, so 6,400 meter square. CD is equal to 0.62. Length of the notch is 1.5 meter and this is a triangular notch. So we know the time required for a triangular notch. The formula for time required for a triangular notch, T is equal to 5A by 4CD tan theta by 2 into root of 2G into 1 by H2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 by H1 raised to 3 by 2. So we get 5 into 6,400 divided by 4 into CD is 0.62 into tan. It's a right angled V notch. So theta is equal to 90 degree. So tan 90 by 2 into square root of 2 into 9.81 multiplied by 1 by H2 is 2. 2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 by H1 is 3. 3 raised to 2 by 3 by 2. So we get T is equal to 469.33 seconds divided by 60, you get 7 minutes 49.33 seconds. We will move on to our last problem. A right angled V notch is inserted in a side of a tank of length 4 meter. So for the tank, length is equal to 4 meter and width B is equal to 2.5 meter. That means your area of the tank is equal to 4 by 2.5. You will get 10 meter square. Initial height of water above the apex of the notch is 30 centimeter. So H1 is equal to 30 centimeter. So that is equal to 0.3 meter. Find the height of water above the apex if the time required to lower the head in tank from 30 centimeter to final height. So you need to find what is H2. Okay. The time is given as 3 minutes. T is equal to 3 minutes. Our T is in seconds. So 3 into 60. 3 into 60, it is 180 seconds. Time is 180 seconds. Also, CD is given as 0.60. Now it is a triangular notch. So we know the formula for time emptying a tank for a triangular notch is T is equal to 5A divided by 4CD into tan theta by 2 into root of 2G into 1 by H2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 by H1 raised to 3 by 2. So T, we have found T as 180 seconds. So 180 is equal to 5 into area is 10 meter square. So 10 divided by 4 into CD is given as 0.60 tan theta by 2. It is given as a right angled V notch. So theta is equal to 90 degree. So tan 90 by 2 into root of 2 into 9.81. 9.81 because it is everything is taken in meter, right? So 1 by H2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 by H1 raised to 3 by 2. So 0.3 raised to 3 by 2. So now the only unknown is H2. Only unknown is H2 from which we get H2 is equal to 0.0822 meter. So that is nothing but 8.22 centimeter. So that's all for today. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Remaining portion we will see it in the next class. Thank you.